you can basically put the quad anywhere. And I know this is just a sim, so it's a little different than what is considered reality. But you can basically just get really good at practicing this stuff. My name is Matty Fleisch, and welcome back to the channel. I've got a tip for you if you're trying to improve your flying. I just upgraded my Mambo gimbals to the TBS V2s, which came out about a year ago, and I'm putting the final touches on the stick tension and figured now's a good time to share this key tip. If you want to improve your flying and you want to get better, one of the best things that you could do is actually loosen your throttle stick to the point where, maybe not quite as loose as mine, but pretty damn loose. And the reason for this is that you want to actually have as fine control as you can with the stick, and being able to actually get it exactly where you need it to be while you're flying is actually really, really important. Once you get the back of your Mambo off, it's actually just a couple of screws here. It's going to be this guy, this one here, and this one here. And you just give them a couple twists and turns, and I don't remember if it's counterclockwise or clockwise, which way it tightens it and loosens it. I think it's kind of like reverse order. But you want it to the point where these tensioners aren't really engaged and the stick kind of flops a little bit. And back when I was trying to improve on my flying like significantly, this was one of the first things that I did, and it made a huge difference because I was instantly able to, I wasn't fighting the springs anymore, and I was actually able to just really get there with the tension. Another thing that I did was I upgraded these springs. These are the soft springs that TBS sells. I think they're like $2 or something, but they're just like a smaller, they're like a little bit wider and fatter fit. So doing that involves basically, you do have to take the gimbals out. It is a pain in the butt to do, but you really don't have to do that. The easiest solution is going to be just going in here and messing with these two screws. And same for the pitch and roll. Just get them to the point where you're happy with it and where you can make quick stick movements and it feels smooth and good. All right, so let's jump into the sim. I'll just show you. I've got a little gremlin at my feet here. So the difference of actually having a very loose stick is, you can see it on the screen there, the little green dots in the center, that I'm actually able to get like very fine control with it. So much so that you can basically put the quad anywhere. And I know this is just a sim, so it's a little different than what is considered reality. But you can basically just get really good at practicing this stuff. And a few things that you can try to do is just practice riding the throttle up and down, up and down, up and down. Tiny adjustments. Sometimes I'll even like just rev it for fun, but it's just good practice because you're just kind of like just forcing yourself to get used to these tiny little adjustments. And you'll still crash. But it really does make all the difference because you're actually able to make all these small movements. One of the big things with the stock gimbal tension is that you're kind of fighting the springs in there. And you're like, no matter what you do, just to land here for a sec, no matter what you do, you're fighting the stick tension. So like, instead of being able to make these tiny little adjustments, you might end up actually skipping, where you're trying to actually hit a tiny spot, but you can't because everything's just so tight in here. And you're actually limiting your stick resolution tremendously. Instead of just like learning how to make these tiny changes, I think you'll see a big difference in your flying. So things to try and work on is just work on riding the stick up and down, Try to hit these tiny gaps if you can. And just basically do some orbits, do some cornering, mixing roll, pitch, yaw. And I'm just riding the throttle up and down, up and down, up and down. Right? I can consistently do it too. Or I can make smaller adjustments with it. Same for the other direction. Or I could just be smooth with it. For that cinematic feel, if that's what you're after. Or if you're in the fly as crazy as you can mode, you know, your smoothness might go out the window like it usually does for me. Check out this tree. I don't know why, but it's hovering. And I refuse to fix it. It's my little tree gap. But the greater the stick resolution and the more comfortable you are working with it, the smaller the stuff is that you can actually hit. So I'll try to hit this. I have this like chimney dive here. Couldn't hit it. Alright, let's try again. I might not be able to hit it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Just depends. There we go. Let's see. Woo! Yeah. Anyway, just want to make this video. I thought it'd be helpful for you, I don't know who, but maybe somebody out there has really tight ass sticks. Loosen them up a bit and give it a shot. It might make all the difference. And I want to know what you guys are thinking. Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Has this helped you? That's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video very soon.